Alright, gotta figure out where the hell I was. Last night I briefly looked at the what I was doing. I just gotta get my head around it. I think I was literally asleep at the keyboard. So yeah, I don't really remember much of the last 15-20 minutes of it, but I think I was looking at the WYSIWYG stuff of the UI, the admin UI. So, you know, someone who's not super tech savvy, like Dazza, runs a small business can, I just want to evaluate whether this is still a viable option or whether it's going to be something that I have to do lots and lots of work for, rather than just upgrade WordPress. That's pretty much what it comes down to. But I'd like to be able to take some more sites, you know, small business sites, into a new realm of this sort of stuff, but it has to be something that is going to last, you know, the test of time, all that sort of shit. So anyway, let's have a look. Let's just have a look where things are, and we'll figure it out from there. Where are we? That's right, we're in Chrome. Yeah, okay, whatever. So, that's right. I think one of the last things I was doing was I was just randomly copy pasting the stuff from the original website into the current one, just to see how well it got by. I think it's okay. I wouldn't want to burden someone else with doing it, but I don't want to do it myself either. So maybe he's got like an intern that can sit there and do it and modify stuff, because the fact is WordPress has got so many different plugins that deal with so many of the stupid little formatting stuff. I mean, it's a nightmare to maintain, but they exist now. Whereas this is effectively like a new product. Like, this has only been out 3 weeks. The latest version of this, and whatever kinematics. But why do I keep saying that? Keystatic. So kinematics. All right. Just to make sure I'm talking about the right thing. So kinematics. All right. This study of motion, points and bodies, system bodies, and blah blah blah. And so one of the things that I was working on earlier this year, which I don't know, just isn't going to pan out, is so this is one of the things I built ages ago. It's just a cricket teaching thing, blah blah blah. But I set up a system whereby you could take these videos, and it would analyze the body, and then extrapolate it, and then sort of compare it to to another video, to sort of say, all right, you need to do this. But I didn't get that far. I was just like, got to this point and sort of said, look, that's as far as I can go without some. Anyway, so that's why I keep saying kinematics, because it's been on my brain for pretty much the last year, working on that stuff. Anyway, it's not kinematics. It is called Keystatic. The key coming probably from key value pair stuff, and static being that you use static files as the CMS instead of an active database. So That's what I figure. I just got to burn that into my brain while I'm thinking about it. Fuck, I'm hungry. Yeah. Alright, so let's go in a little bit soft to start with. Let's set up the layout, and because I'm tired of actually modifying the URL to get where I want. So let's put a header in. I haven't done this for quite a while. Well, I've played around with the layouts quite a lot back in the day, but it's been a while. So this is the layout section. Yeah, that looks fine. Actually, I'm going to look up one of my old ones because it hasn't changed that much, and I can. So this is the one I was doing. Yeah, that was 3 weeks ago or something. Yeah, 1st September, so yeah, 3 weeks. So let's just have it off. I really got to figure out how to eat. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So layouts, let's have a look at layout.astro. Alright, I'm going to do much of this manually because when I just copy paste, I forget. And sometimes I know copy paste is better simply because it's not something you have to remember. But right now I'm sort of struggling with some of this stuff. So import header, import footer, blah blah blah, view transitions. Do that. What the fuck happened there? What's going on? What the fuck is going on? Whole interface has gone fucky. Wait, hang on. Seriously. Okay. For some reason, when I selected all in here, it selected all in there as well. They're not connected whatsoever. Look at the thing. That's nope. Anyway, mysteries, man. So let's just see what we're missing. So the interface. Oh, that's right. Why are we exporting the interface? Does this one export it later? No. Seems a bit weird. Title was that constant. So yep, some of this stuff we learnt before. A lot of this doesn't need to be done in real time, but fuck it. Yeah, that's all pretty good. All right, one thing at a time. One thing at a time. I'm gonna have a quick gulp of water because my throat is getting dry. That's better. So let's one thing at a time. Let's do the header stuff. So what we want to do is go into our components and create a header. I don't think we've set up components in this yet. No, right? Cool. I'm pretty sure they go in source. Let me just double check on the layout of this one, so to speak. Yeah, source components. Yep, that's right. So I'm not going to go crazy and all that stuff there. Why is it loaded up in a different container altogether? It's so fucking weird, man. This computer's doing weird stuff. Oh, fuck. Alright, fine. Watch out for really bright stuff coming through. But this is effectively what I'm going to be putting in there, and I'm going to write it manually because I don't trust myself when I copy paste because I miss stuff. So components, and what we want is header.astro, and so now I've got Cheers playing on in the background. I'm just going to put on the next 4, what are they, 20 minutes each, and I want to be doing this for probably about an hour and a half. So I'll put on... just realized stop. It's so stupid. I'm going to put on... Hang on, I can modify this. So wait. Oh, come on. Why is that computer... Sorry, so the computer that is just playing Cheers in the background. Is this the correct one? Yeah. Is I've got the mouse next to the mouse that I'm using on this computer, but the keyboard is attached to the laptop, which is on the other side of the house. I just started clicking Shift and Control to try to select multiple on a different computer. Anyway, I'm a fucking idiot. It's fine. So import image. I don't think we need this right now, but this will be useful later. So I think we'll leave it until later. I'm just going to put empty front matter there because I like it. So in our header, I'm largely just going to copy the stuff there because it's battle tested. So class equals flash. So max SM px5, yeah, okay, that makes sense. So max alright. Why has I got 2 freaking things there? So without looking it up, because I was quite the I won't say CSS, but Tailwind and Daisy UI master some time ago. So Flex just sets up a Flexbox thing just to let it know that this is just going to pick up the rest of the area. Justify between, that's pretty straightforward. Put the items in the center. Now the so then we have padding. Oh yeah. So the padding on the x-axis 24 rem. I think it's rem, and which is, I don't know. Just visualize it. It's around about from there to there, and there to there. Then padding y is about there to there, and there to there. If this is the display zone. So max SM, that's something different. Right, so on the maximum on a small screen will be padding across of 5. So instead of normal 24, which is what I was saying, there to there, it'll only be there to there. So when you're looking on a small screen, a tablet or a phone, then you got the max width is 7x. 7XL, that's the size of the text. The width is full, and MX Auto just means justify it all in the center. But I don't get 100% for that. But I mean, you know, I can still read fucking Tailwind. That's a beautiful thing to me. So we'll flex it out, we'll put the items in the center, we'll give them a horizontal gap of 4 REM, cool. Oh god, I remember this bothering me last time because it's way too quick on its stuff. When I'm halfway through typing, it's interpreting, and it's like, dude, can you just interpret after I finished a line, like, of Coke? Right, so that's our link. So right, I remember why the image thing is there now. Because you can put it in your assets folder instead of like that. This is I think this is a recent-ish thing. So you actually put stuff. No, not just fuck. Why is that empty? Doesn't look empty. Something's going on with this. Anyway, oh, yeah, I don't know. Figure it out later. Point being, the way they handle images now. So let's just look this up, alright? But from my brief understanding, I've only played with this like a couple hours. They have this thing that Astro now does, is it automatically does all the manipulation of files. So if you upload a raw image, like, you know, it'll be like 6 megabytes if you just took a photo of a piece of grass, but you only want to show it on a screen at like this big, it automatically creates like a CDN kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? So it automatically creates a whole bunch of different version sizes. So here we go. Images on your site, blah blah blah. Standard managed in a CMS or CDN. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, we're building CMS now, and the CDN, so the content delivered in network. So you can put them in source or public. Hang on, wait. Recommend the local images are kept in source possible. Astro can transform, optimize. Yeah, so optimization. Because a picture that you take and just want to upload without having to fucking do stuff to it in Photoshop and whatnot, you just want to put it on your website, right? But it's going to be massive turd on the internet. However, just to show it on a page, Astro now has this beautiful system. So files in the blah blahs copied as is. Right, okay, so copied in the public directory, that has no optimization stuff, so that's why they're not there. So we put them in source directory, assets, images, posts. Right, okay, cool. And you can sort of see here, this is a screenshot that I put up there before. There was a previous in one of the previous streams. All I did was in the actual admin UI, I just added this photo and it just fucking magically turned up, and I was like, okay. that would have taken me a week and a half of coding to make that work, and I was just like, fuck yeah. So images sorted in source can be done all files. Yep, cool. Yep, so mdoc, and that's what we're actually working in right now. So content posts, these are mdoc files. Cool, that's great. But if you want them, yeah, okay, cool. I understand that now. If you put them in a public folder, they will have no processing, so you can put up your raw stuff. Cool. Remote images, we'll deal with that later, that doesn't matter. So in Astro file, images must be imported into the file. Right, and I touched on this a couple of days ago, where I was wondering why I was getting errors, and it wasn't entirely clear, but this sort of makes sense now, because you can't, like in just so in here, if I just sort of have a reference to an image file, which is sort of like a href, to something here, href doesn't work because it can't traverse your file system. So you have to import it, which is actually comes through node module stuff and other tricky stuff that Astro does. As far as I know, like I've never built that level of fundamental things, but it imports rather than references. Cool. So yeah, import image from Astro assets, and then import local bird image from there. Right. So you can't just import the image; you have to import the image itself. So image is an object, right? So I wish they had better ways of naming this stuff. So it's like you're not importing image, you're importing, this is an image processor and image importer. So source local bird, and that comes from, right, so that's not under public, no, that must be under the Astro assets, right? Cool. Alright, cumulative layout shift. I don't think we need to deal with this right now, because we're not going to be dealing with the images until much later, but keep this in mind, in that you can specify sort of a static version. However, depending on the size of how it's being rendered on the page, like not everyone's looking at a web page this big, probably about 75% of the time they're looking at it on their tiny little fucking phone screen. And generate custom components, get image, blah blah blah. Yep, okay. Cool, got that. Remote images, we'll do with the old stuff, formats and quality. No, we don't need to care about that right now. That's all high level stuff. Alright, so after that thing, I am going to put the what was it? No, yes, because I'm going to be doing this a fair bit, so I would want to write it physically a few times to remember what the fuck I need to do. So it basically becomes muscle memory. So Astro assets, that should work. Yep, cool. Now, yeah. So now this is where all the way back here. Right, you need to import the actual image itself. So what we're trying to put in here is we're in the header, right? So we're back on gosh, where are we? Fuck. So this is the header that we're going to be putting in, and I just want to put a an image which links back to the root. That's what that is. So let's just put any old image in there. What can we add that I have now? Do we put it in assets? Yeah, images, not posts, just images. I think that'll work. Now I need to have a look in here. Go back. Let's look at some pictures. I don't want to find anything too weird. That's a good. Let's just have something simple there. It'll be super inappropriate to use my dad as a... Yeah, no, that's going to get old. How about... we got... Let's do... Actually, this is a good thing because... so this one is 1179 pixels and 725 things. This is my friend's kid's eyeball. 725 kilobytes, but when it's served up on the internet, like in the header, it should only be, well, even smaller than that. So you'd want it to only be like 10 kilobytes max. So it'd be an interesting... Oh, gosh. Yep, alright. So let's drag that into there, see if dragging works on this. And assets, images. Alright, that worked. We'll call that some header home. Now it's a PNG file. This should actually be a JPEG, because PNG is largely lossless, whereas JPEG will reduce the size of this down at least 10 times, I reckon, given that so much of the skin tone is similar. Oh, crap. Anyway, so we go back to header home. Go back to the header Astro. I don't need that anymore. Bring this over. Oops, why is that not conforming? Oof. Linux Mint has come so far in the last couple of years. Well, in the last year that I've been using it almost exclusively. Like, it's really good. Oh, fuck off. So image, what we need to do now is, according to that, is import the oh god, I don't know the syntax. Gosh, where is it? Right, so import header I. Yeah, I love how it just docks together like that. That is so beautiful. But I don't know, I love how it does this. There's always a trade-off. It fucks things up, but it does some other stuff right. Anyway, import, let's... local bird image, is that... So I'm just thinking through the semantics of how they've named it. Local, not meaning it's a local bird, but that the photo itself is local, as in that's being imported from assets rather than off the internet. Right. So I think I'll go with that for now. Local header header. Actually, I'm going to call it header home. Header home. I know that you know, if I try to look this up again in 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, I'm gonna go like, what the fuck is local header I? So local header home icon should be logo. Yeah. So this is more of a logo spot. Yep. Cool. From, and it is under. That's another thing. Assets. There we go. Oh, okay, maybe not. It's one of the things that I still haven't figured out with this. Like, something's happened, and the IntelliSense isn't working much anymore because I got rid of Copilot. It was working really well, but nowadays it became too too eager, and it would just it would fill my entire screen up with code, and I'm just like, I can't fucking read all this, like, and I'm not going to approve it. And it just got to the point where I was like, look, dude, I'm paying $10 US a month for this, and it's actually making my life harder. So now I've got, if I need help with code, I can just take it off to some AI ML thing, rather than have it. I really don't like it embedded anymore. It was good for a while, and then it just started being nefarious. Not nefarious, just innocuously bad, I guess. Anyway. Oh, hang on. So I think one of the things that you can do here is you right click on the image you want and you copy the relative path, because it fucks me off that you have to remember all this stuff. What is also one of the good things in what is it? So Solid.js, Solid Start. It just magically remembers where shit is, and you don't have to remember all the ups and downs of the thing. Right, so source image, that's not correct. So it's going to be that, I think. I don't know. We'll put it there. So anyway, let's just go with this. So image source equals local header home logo. See that this is where, if you set it up right, it becomes much more fun to just do, like, I'm talking so much as I do it. So I'd normally have done this like 10 minutes ago, but when you get to the point of like seeing ahead of time, this is what you need to do. You can just sort of go, alright, now what we need is, we need an image, and we need the source to be local header home, blah blah blah, alt equals website logo. And is there anything else that you need to add in there? No, just self-closing, that should be good, it's fine. And then end the thing. See, it doesn't this is what it confuses me now, like it doesn't even do self-closing tags like in the IntelliSense. Like, nah. I have to whatever, I'll figure it out one day. That day won't be today. Alright. Alright, that's interesting. So I didn't even look that far ahead today. Are these all valid? In .astro files, local images must be imported into the file in order to be used. Remote and public images do not require importing. Right, I get that now. Import and use Astro's built-in image component for optimized images using Astro assets. Alternatively, Astro syntax supports writing HTML image tag directly, which skips image. Right. Okay, I know how to demonstrate this too. Fuck. We're gonna get a long way into here before we actually do anything. So, in public, I'm put a new folder, just images, and I'm also going to copy that into there. So what we were talking about before was in the public images stuff, they do not get processed. However, in your source assets and whatnot, it does. And that it's probably going to take me another 5-10 minutes to get to a feasible test. Let's just put that in there in between. Now, so if I do a standard image source equals images, oh, fuck off. Can you just like not check my code every 5 fucking seconds? Jesus. Fuck. This what fucking extension is this? Block command. How do you? Okay, so long story short, I love Blockman because what it's doing is when I'm clicking around these things, when I'm clicking around these things, what's invalid syntax now? Fuck off. That's what is actually highlighting around here. So it tells me sort of where, like that's what the thing is, and see how there's moderate distancing, the gradient stuff between things. Oh, gosh, but it sort of lets me know where, and these are all very boring files so far because it's a brand new thing. Anyway, why is this Blockman fucking busting my chops? Like, what is wrong? Line 11, column 23. Yeah, look, I'm not ready for you yet. It's so annoying. It's like someone's sitting over your head while you're coding, going, "Oh no, do it this way," and it's like, "Oh, fuck off! Give me 5 minutes." Right, so sorry, I have to rant sometimes when I just get annoyed. Okay, can I just turn off? I just want to turn off. I want Blockman, but I do not want notifications. Oh god, there's so many. Yeah, last thing. 14 seconds, man. Come on. Just gonna fucking deal with it for now. I'm gonna add it to my list of shit to look up. Get rid of. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna turn it off. Because it's going to bother me way more than is worthwhile. Right. Reload required. That means I have to save that. That's fine. It's fine. Reload. And I'm going to send myself a message on off screen. Because that is just way too annoying. Astro language servers crashed 5 times. Fuck you. Fuck this. What the fuck? Yeah, and you stop bothering me too. That would be great. Again, it's like helicopter parents, and sort of makes me want to just go back to fucking Notepad. I've built extensions for this stuff, and it's like the last thing you want to do is be intrusive. You just want to help. And I understand that they're coming from the right place, but the thing is, everyone who makes software thinks their software is the most important thing that exists on the planet, and so they need notifications. What the fuck is this? Outlook NZ? So they think that anytime their software detects something, it has to be a big notification or has to do something because it's so important. It's not. You're not important. You have to understand that. Although, back in 2007 or 2008, I had to make something that did override the importance of the entire fucking Microsoft Windows system. I think it was MS. Oh, it was MS Server that we were using back then. I can't remember what year. It would have been 2003. that had our stuff on, but my software detected microgravity shifts in like turbulence that sort of predicted an earthquake or something like that in the zone of places that were mining coal, and so this had to literally override everything in the software to send out SMSs and emails and stuff like that. This is 15 years ago. It was not easy. It fucking worked. It probably saved millions and millions of dollars, but anyway, so VS Code, what was it called? Blockman. Fix notifications, because I cannot deal with that popping up every few seconds. Right, done. So image source, what do we got here? Fuck. Now, I think I can just go Timages. That's images of mate Tim. Well, I call him Tim on Tuesdays. The rest of the time, he's Tiffany. Images and what's called header home. Alright. Oh gosh. I'm really inconsistent with my... Don't at me, bro. So Alt, and I'm gonna do like I'm gonna call it external, and we know it's website. So the difference being that the internal stuff here is what we're talking about up here. It's an image imported from Astro Assets, which is processed before, like it's not processed when this page is requested, because that would be fucky. It's processed when this entire website is published, and so it'll probably make anywhere between 2 and 20 versions of the asset, and then at runtime it'll check your browser size, and it'll go, okay, we only need the one that is 20 kilobytes versus 2 megabytes. That's what the internal stuff does, and that's what all this crazy shit here is. This one here, it does no processing whatsoever. It just says, all right, fuck it, you've said this is where it is, I believe you, man, I trust you. And it'll just bring in whatever the fuck that is. You could point that at a 17 gigabyte picture of whale testicles, and it would still come in at that. It would take a few days to download. Anyways, that's what I want to test on that as well. Do we have a header? Is this a... I think we've we've explored that stuff enough. So I just want to make sure that this stuff is here. Now source, width and height, okay, we'll do that in a bit. I'm not going to fuck around with the class stuff yet. I just want to put in the header. So all it's going to be up here is an image of Audrey's eye. Or it's going to be 2 images of Audrey's eye. And I'm not entirely sure how they're going to render. What I'm going to do though is put in a little break between each, so and that should delineate between them. So we got those. We need the terminal back. Let's clear that. Where's our... Alright, we're about to be proud. I have not put the header in yet, so it won't work just yet, but that's just let's run a build just to make sure I'm not fucked anything up. Rearranging server assets. Reticulating splines. Alright. Oh, good. I can't believe I just... Yep, that's fine. I was expecting like 3 or 4 errors. I mean, it was pretty simple, but whatever. Alright, this should... Yep. Cool. So now all I've got to do is import the... I've got to go back to the layouts. Where is that? Layouts. Head. So I have to import... import header as... Is it that how... No, header from components. Does that look right? Do you have to do an export? I can't remember. I've been going back and forth between just plain JavaScript, React, Solid.js, Astro, Vue, Svelte. I think this should work without having... Oh, yeah, no, I don't think you have to export in Astro. Yeah, no, that should be fine. And then put in here somewhere. So we've got the head, blah, 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 and the body. So put it... You got the body, you got the head, the feet, and the slot. I got a feeling I have to put a curly brackets around that, but anyway, we'll just go with it now. Alright, let's try that. Oh, wow, there you go. It worked. Fuck me. Alright. Didn't expect that to work straight away. So there's the ASDF query stuff I put in there to demarcate between each thing. Now I'm not sure if that's visible, the difference between the files, whether there is any difference, but what we can do is check... Oh shit. So if we inspect the... Do I have an image thing on? Oh no, I'm in a different browser. So image source is there. Now look at this. That's the file size is 28.3 kilobytes, right? If we go back to here, the original file size of this one is 725.6 kilobytes, which, and I didn't do any processing. I just uploaded it into our internal assets and we imported it there. This one here, that is 726 kilobytes. So that one there and that one there, I'm not going to do the math, but it's somewhere on 40 times smaller, the actual file. And this is the sort of stuff you used to have to do manually back in the day, but now just all that, the gibberish that I was just doing in there, which, look, you can do that in 2 minutes now, but I took 15 minutes because I was explaining it as I went. But yeah, no, that's pretty impressive. So yeah, fuck, beautiful. Thanks, Audrey, for lending me your eye. Audrey is gorgeous, by the way. I'm not going to dox her too much, but she's... I've known her since... Oh, I've known her mom for 25 years now. And her kid is like 3 or 4. And yeah, she's just... adorbs. Okay. There you go. That's mum and her daughter. So that's her eyeball. Alright, so if I click on this, it should go back to the main page. Yep, cool. So this is in the header now. Obviously we don't want that. We know the difference between using an external source and an internal source. So obviously now the strategy is only ever use external images when you have no control over them. Otherwise, bring them in, import them, and you get the flex. Of it always being smaller. Actually, I want to test this as well while we're here. If I'll do a control refresh so it reloads fully. Huh. I don't know about that. Right, so that's using the 28.8 whatever kilobyte one. Now, if I reload that at maximum, so this is 720p or 1040 whatever fucking monitor. Is that using the same image? Yeah, it looks like it. Oh yeah, so it's got the actual intrinsic size there. Alright, there's put it this way, this isn't something that I need to know right now. But it's just I'll keep it on the radar. At least I feel like a semi-expert on this now. Alright, I need it. 2-minute break. Okay, so we want to bring this down to a sane size for the header. So let's just stick around 2/3 and 1/3. Right, we can safely delete that. Actually, before we do any of this, right, that's gone. Let's just check what we can check in. So public images, header home, we don't need that anymore. We can discard that. Yep. Keep that. Yeah, I'll just say add header scaffold, and then we can move on from here and do the actual header. Well, at least, usable. I don't need that. Right, so what I am yet to understand is how the sizing stuff works. Oh wow, that was really cool. Just connected. Sweet. Right, so is that just a suggestion, or is it specific? Huh. Oh well, fuck it. Suck it and see, huh? So if we go when we're going long, I just like everything on the same line, or on the new line, I mean. Width equals, 60 sounds fine. Well, let's just see what happens if I do that. Oh, well, that works. Let's see if I did something stupid like this, height. Actually, so I'll do 600 height, width, and 60 height. That'll go out of scale. No, it won't. Oh. What if I get rid of this? Alright. I think it's just being really smart and in what it delivers there. So if we're doing this, I'll just refresh this just to see if it's... Yep. 674 bytes. Oh my god, that is so cool. So, as in, like, that sounds a lot more than 23, but this is 674 bytes, not kilobytes. Fuck, that is awesome. So, the other one, so, that's less than a kilobyte. The other one was 23 times as big as this little thing. That is... Oh, wow. I'm so happy with this. Alright, because I used to build entire libraries that would have to deal with this sort of stuff because, we... Back in the mid-2000s, people just didn't have mobile internet. Or if they did, it was like so fucking slow and you couldn't deliver them 1 megabyte things. But 674 bytes, that's nothing. Fuck. Alright. I'm loving this. Oh, wow. Sorry, I'm just super impressed. Alright, let's leave it at that for now. So, but if we put height and weight, width, you're so thick, Betty. Height and width at 60. It's going. Oh right, so it's it goes to the right. It still scales. Fuck. And down to 396 bytes. Jesus Christ. This is so cool. Alright. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. So now I can go to any post and then the header is always there. Yep. And it goes back to the thing. Cool. I mean, I know that's not revolutionary at all, like having a header, but the amount of waffling I did to do that, like that's all it took, which is nothing. All right. Well, that's an hour. I'm gonna take a break and come back and figure out. I'll do the footer maybe. Bye bye.